Grade 12s, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be answering May-June 2022 question 3, which is 29 marks. So let's look at this question. Seho is renovating her home. She is removing the wooden framed windows and is replacing them with aluminum framed windows. The dimension and the shape of the two of the windows frames are given below. In the rectangular window frame, 4 windows can open. It has 3 sections, A, B, and C. The circular window frame has no window that can open. So if you look at the rectangular window frame, the dimension and the picture, then I hope you see that we're having A, B, and C. We also have the width. If you look at the width is 149 centimeters. Then the length is A plus B plus C, where our A is 55 centimeters, B is 99 centimeters, and then C is 55 centimeters. Obviously, for you to find the total length, you just have to add A plus B plus C, which is 55 plus 99 plus 55. Then you'll find the final answer. But you must also check if the units are the same. Then for a circular window frame, we are given the inner diameter of 605 millimeters. Don't forget, if you are to use the radius, you are just going to divide the 605 by 2 to find your inner radius. Not to forget to convert to the same units also, or the units required by the question. But they are given us these formulas. They say we may use the following formulas. If you are to calculate the area of a rectangle, you're going to use area of rectangle is equals to length multiplied by width. If you are required to calculate the area of a circle, you gotta use the equation number 2 there, which is area of a circle is equals to 3,142 multiplied by radius squared. Then if you are to calculate the perimeter of a rectangle, you are going to use the third formula then, which is perimeter of a rectangle is equals to 2 multiplied by length plus width in brackets. Then if the question wants you to calculate the circumference of a circle, you'll use the last equation, which is circumference of a circle is equals to 3,142 multiplied by diameter. So this is the information that is given to us. So let's look at the first question. Use the information above to answer the following question. Determine the perimeter of the rectangular window frame. So obviously we just have to go and check the equation that we can use to calculate the perimeter of a rectangular window frame. It is equation number 3. If you look at equation number 3, it says that perimeter of a rectangular is equals to 2 in brackets length multiplied by width. The first step is to make sure that you copy that equation down. Let's copy it down. The perimeter of a rectangle is equals to 2 multiplied by length plus width. You just copy down the equation. That is the only thing that we have done then. And then if you check, now we are going to replace or to substitute the given information. If you look at our length here, we are having A plus B plus C, which is the same as 55 plus 99 plus 55. Then our total length, if you use a calculator there, you'll find that is 209 centimeters. So we are going to replace length by 209 centimeters. We're gonna say 209 centimeters plus our width. Let's look at our width is 149 centimeters. 149 centimeters. Then you close the brackets. Then the next step is to write this the way it is in the calculator without changing a thing. We're gonna have 2 open brackets 209 plus 149, then you close bracket. We find that our answer is 716. You say 716 centimeters. 716 centimeters is our answer. Let's move to the next question, which is 3.1.2. It says calculate the inner area of the inner area in centimeters squared of the circular window frame. So obviously when you calculate the area of a circular frame, we are going to use the equation of area of a circle. That's what we are going to do. So if you check that equation, it having radius square. So we just have to change our diameter to be our radius. So we are going to say radius is going to be our diameter, which is 605. 605 divided by 2. Let's use a calculator to find the answer for this. 605 divided by 2. The answer is 302. 302.5 centimeters is our radius. Then once you reach that step, now we'll be able to use the area of a circle. I'm gonna say area of a circle is equals to 3,142 multiplied by radius squared. That is the equation. You just copy down the equation the way it is without changing anything. Then from there, we are going to replace radius by 302.5. So we are going to have is equals to 3,142 multiplied by, you don't touch anything else except radius, which is represented by r in the equation. So where was r? We are now going to write 302.5. Then from here we are going to find our answer using a calculator. Make sure that you do not change anything. Most learners, they don't know how to use a calculator. They end up getting wrong answers. Just say 3,142. I believe you are doing this with me. Multiply by, you open the brackets, 302.5. You close the brackets and then you say to the power 2. To the power 2, and then your answer here is 287512,64 centimeter squared. Don't forget the units there are centimeter. The unit is centimeter, so we have to say centimeter squared. The question wanted our answer to be in centimeter squared, so it means that we end there or we stop there. That is our answer. Let's move to the next question. 3.1.3. 3.1.3 says that one of the window panes of the rectangular window frame broke. Write the probability as a decimal. That is that it is not one of the window panes that can open. We must write the probability of that it is not one of the window pane that can be opened. So if we go back to the rectangular, we can see that we are having 7 pieces of this. So we know that our probability is going to be divided by 7. That is the thing that we already know, because we are having 7 pieces of that window, rectangular window. If you look, the pieces that we have here, if we count them, there are 7. And the statement says that only 4 of them, only 4 can be open. And now they're saying that 1 cannot be open. So we must remain with those who will be open, which is 3. We're going to have 3 over 7. Write this as a decimal. So the next step is just write this as 3 divided by 7. You change it to be decimal, which is 0.428571428.6. That is your answer. They did not say anything about rounding this to 2 decimal place. So just write it the way it is. Our answer is 0.4285714286. If you want to proceed, you can proceed to this step, but make sure that you have written everything first. Now we're gonna have 0.43 as decimal. That is our answer for question 3.1.3. 2. Tseho also intend tiling the dining room and lounge floor. The dimensions of the lounge floor are 4 meters by 5 meters, and of a dining room floor are 5 meters by 4 meters. Information and cost. Number 1, they intend using the tile that are 35 centimeters by 35 centimeters. One box of 4 tiles cost 143.84 cents. The tile cement cost 99 rand and 90 cents per 20 kg bags, which covers 3 meters squared. She needs 4 bags of tile ground at 89 rand and 90 cents per 5 kg bag. The cost of a labor is 2,500. The whole total budget for the tiling project is 15,000. Use the information above to answer the questions that follows. Show that the total floor area to be tiled is 32 meters squared. You may use this formula. Area of a rectangle is equals to length multiplied by width. The things that we know already is that she's going to tile the dining room and the lounge. So we just have to calculate the area of a dining room and the area of a lounge, then we combine the answers. It's going to give us 32 meters squared. So we can begin by dining, or we can just begin by lounge. What are we doing here? We are calculating what the area is equals to length multiplied by width. If you look at our line there, our length is 4. Our length is 5, 5 multiplied by 4. So to find the answer on this one, we're just gonna say 5 multiplied by 4. The answer is 20 meters squared. Then the other one is a dining. Dining, the area, length multiplied by width again. And then if you look at the dimension of a dining, we know that we're going to have 4 multiplied by 3. Let's take a calculator. We're going to say 4 multiplied by 3. The answer is 12 meters squared. 12 meters squared. And then the question wanted us to calculate the total floor area. We're going to say, therefore, total area is going to be 20 meters squared plus 12 meters squared, which is 32 meters squared. Then 3.2.2. The next question says that determine how many boxes of tiles the hole will need if an extra 10% of the number of tiles must be added for cutting and breakages. So this one, it is also so simple. Obviously, the first thing that you need to do is to find out, because we already have the area of a tiled floor, or the area of a floor that need to be tiled. So now we just have to calculate the area of a one tile. So let's go and do that calculation. Area of a one tile. Area of one tile is going to be length multiplied by width also. So let's look at the dimension of the tile is 35 multiplied by 35. I hope you can see where I'm getting this from. 35 centimeters. 35 centimeters multiplied by 35 centimeters. And then we are having 35 multiplied by 35 now, which is 1,225 centimeters squared. 1,225 centimeters squared. But if you look at the previous answer, is in meters squared. So obviously we must also divide, or must also convert this to be in meters squared. So we know that the relationship between meters and centimeters is 1:100. So now we are dealing with squared. Because it's a squared, we are going to have divide everything by 100 squared. If we are converting to centimeters, centimeters and meters, we are just going to divide everything by 100. But because we are now converting from centimeters squared to meters squared, we divide by 100 squared. I believe you understand what happened there. Don't forget, we just use a calculator without changing a thing. 1,225 divide by, open brackets, 100 squared. You find that your answer is 0,1225 meter squared. So we now in a position of having the information of the area of one tile. So for that reason, we'll be able to calculate the number of tiles that are going to be used to tile 32 meters squared. I'm gonna say number of tiles is going to be the total area divided by area of one tile, which is 32 meters squared, divided by 0,1225 meters squared. So here, let's find the answer. 32 divided by the area of one tile, which is 0,1225. We find that our answer is 261,22448.9. Please write everything after a comma because we are still busy with the calculations. Write everything after a comma. It's just that I don't have enough space there, but write everything after a comma. Don't round anything. We are still busy with the calculations. So this is the tiles that are needed. But looking back at the question, they say they need 10% more. So now let's calculate 10% more of this. We're going to say 10% tiles is going to be 10 over 100 multiplied by the previous answer, which was 261, 22, 44, 898. So we are going to find the 10% more. Use a calculator. Just take the previous answer, which is already here. We multiply by what? 10 over 100. 10% more, we know that we need to add 26,122,44,898 tiles. So the total tiles needed, the total tiles is going to be number of tiles plus the 10% that we have added. So we are going to say 261, 22, 44, 898 plus 26,12244. Write everything the way it is. Then the answer, when we add everything here, this is the previous answer. This is the 10% of the tiles that need to be added. Let's add this to the previous answer, which is plus 261,2244,898. We find that the number of tiles that need to be bought are 287,3. Is it 34? 34,693,388. This is the number of tiles that need to be bought. But the question wanted us to calculate what? Boxes. So the next step is very simple. We just say number of boxes. We take the previous answer, we divide it by 4, because they are saying that one box of 4 tiles. So it means that each and every box is having 4 tiles inside. So we just divide the previous answer by 4. We are going to have 287,34,693,388. We divide this by 4. We are going to find the number of boxes. Take the previous answer, divide by 4. We find that we are having 71,83. 71,83. So now, because this is the last step, obviously when we buy something, if you want to tile your house, you cannot buy something that will give you shortage when you are busy fixing your house. Obviously, every time when you deal with this kind of question, you must round up. Instead of writing this 71,8367,3469, we are going to write 72 boxes. 72 boxes. Our answer is 72 boxes. So she need to buy 72 boxes. I believe you were following, you understood how we reach that answer. We must always round up when we are dealing with these kind of questions. if you look at the previous answer, 3.2.2, it was 9 marks question. So I believe you understood each and everything that we're doing then. So the next question, which is 3.2.3, show by means of calculations if a hope's budget is enough to finish the tiling project. Not to forget that her budget, the budget is 15,000. The budget is 15,000. So it means that the calculation that we're gonna do, if we find that the total cost is less than 15,000, we're gonna say that we can conclude to say that yes, the budget is enough. But in our calculations, if we find that our answer is greater than 15,000, we're gonna conclude to say that her budget won't be enough for this project. So let's do the calculations. We know that in terms of the boxes, she must buy 72 boxes. We're fine with that. In terms of the area that needs to be tiled is 32. Yes, it's 32 meters squared. So let's check. Let's calculate the cost of the tile cement. Let's begin with that one. But before we do that, obviously we have to know how many bags of tile cement are going to be bought. So let's do the calculation. Bags of tile cement is going to be the area that need to be tiled, which is 32. We calculated this, and it says that 20 kg bag it only covers 3 meters squared. So we just have to say 32 divided by 3, which is 10.6. Like I told you before, we must always round up. Instead of writing this 10, okay, let me just say 10.666667, which is 11 bags. She's gonna need 11 bags. So we know that one bag is equals to how much? It's equals to 99.90 rand. So the cost for a cement is going to be 11 bags multiplied by the unit price, which is 99.90. Let's get the answer here. 11 multiplied by 99.90. The answer is 1,098. 1,098.90. Then we know that for the cement, gonna need that amount. Another thing that we see that she said she must buy is the grout. 4 bags of grout. We know that for this one, gonna say the cost of grout is equals to 4. She said she needs 4 bags. Multiplied by the unit price. How much is the unit price then? It's 89.90 rand. 89.90 rand. 89.90 cents. So let's do the calculation for this. 4 multiplied by 89.90. Our answer is 359.60 cents. Answer is 359.60 cents. Let's check another thing that she's going to spend is the tiles. Obviously, we did not calculate the tiles name. and we know that the boxes, she's gonna buy 72 boxes, and one box costs 143 and 84 cents. So the cost of tiles, the tiles is going to be 72 boxes, whereby one box is equals to 143. One box is equals to 143 and 84 cents. One box is equals to that amount. So let's do the calculations. 72 multiplied by 143, 84. This is our answer, which is 10,356 and 48 cents for the tiles. 10,356 and 48 cents for the tiles. And again, let's check if we had something that you need to spend money on. Yes, we have the cost of labor. This one we don't calculate, it's already given, is 2,500. So if you check, we have how many costs here? We're having 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we must calculate the total cost. For you to calculate the total cost, you just have to add everything together. Let's add everything together. We're gonna 1,098 and 90 plus 359 and 60 cents plus 10,356 and 48 plus 2,500. That is her total cost. So let's do the calculations of everything here and check how much are we going to get. 1,098 and 90 cents plus 359 and 60 cents plus 10,356 and 48 cents plus 2,500. We find that the answer that we get for her total cost is 14,314 and 98 cents. Then looking at this amount, you can tell that this amount is less than the budget. Don't forget, this is the budget here. It's less than the budget. It means that her budget is enough. You conclude to get the final answer, the full marks. Conclude to say that her budget is enough. Her budget is enough. That's how you should have answered this question, or this is how you answer that question of May-June 2022 or supplementary exams of 2022. Question 3. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. If you have questions, leave them in the comment section. I will make sure that I answer your question. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, don't forget to subscribe. It's a good thing to do. I'll see you in the next video.